What's up, my guys? It's Al here, and welcome back to Scrap Mechanic. And today we're going to be looking at another tile that I recently built. I built this one on a stream last night. Currently it's just called Rocky Crater, but I think I can make a better name for it in the future. However, I'm not all too worried about it. Right now we're just going to do a quick rotate around it so you can get an idea of what it looks like. And then I'll be looking at a few things in detail and even jumping into the map and playing around with it a little bit. This is supposed to fill a void that was in between the last tile I built, which was a bit more of an exploration style map, I guess, to some extent, and the rock crawling map I first did when I first started playing with the tile editor. But it didn't really turn out to be a rock crawling challenge map. It more became a mystical crater, if anything. Which I'm not upset with that. I do like how this turned out. And honestly, there's not much that I can really complain about in this whole design. Now that I've done a decent rotation about it, I'm gonna go down in. Now there's dozens of different ways into the crater. Some are easier than others. Some of them have rocks on them. And we do have a working log bridge. I have been able to cross this one actually. And a few other details. Now this is the general way in. It's probably the easiest way in. I did that just in case you're down here. There's no way that's just impossible. However, some of these ways up are a bit harder than others. Going up that. And this one here is just a general, just steep climb, which makes it difficult in its own right, even without having any rocks on it. Now, one thing I did notice with the editor is, even though right now it looks like there's way too many rocks in the ground, once you get into the actual game, the rocks thin out a lot. And what I meant by this crater has a bit more of a mystical appeal to it rather than the original rock crawling appeal was this little area here was added with its own little mystic flower. And there's also another similar item which is up here. Now, some of these things were suggestions during the stream, so I can't say all the ideas were mine, but there's a small little camp here with a rock-built tent, and what my attempt at a fire pit is, it's just a bunch of burns, I think is what they're called, with some orange and yellow paint job. It's supposed to look like a fire. If it doesn't, oh well. But this does have quite a nice view, I've noticed, of this whole canyon. Whole crater, as I've been calling it. Now here in a second I'm going to be hopping in, but I do want to look at one more thing, just this little path over here. Then we'll hop in, drive around, and play with it a little bit. Alright, and here we are actually in the world, driving around. So this bridge, I did make it a lot better, a lot less bumpy, but it is still has a bit of difficulty getting across it. There we go. But it is possible. Now with this one especially, I was a lot more sparse with the trees. I think that's the word I'm trying to use. I didn't put as many. And as you can see over there, there is the Forest Oasis, the last tile that we did. Just if you're wondering what that is. Oh, and I ran into the rock. Come on, let's get around this. And I appear to be stuck. There we go. Now we're actually in the base of the crater. Now, the idea of this was there's all kinds of different ways that each one has a bit more of a challenge than the others. And so you can find where your vehicle breaks, what it is and isn't able to do. Like this is a really steep climb, and if I just go at it normally, I might be able to make it. Or I might give out right at the last bit. Oh, I might be able to climb my way out. Come on. There we are. Yes, and we're out. But if at any point I lost momentum, I wouldn't have been able to make that. As well as if you really want to, you can also go in one of these ways and just kind of enjoy it like that. It's not meant to be entirely challenging, just have a little bit of a difficulty to them. Enough to make them fun, but not enough to make it hard. Now this one is already on the workshop if you do want to check it out for yourself. You do want to add it to one of your worlds, it is there. Actually, let's go to this little camp that we put up here. Oh, it seems like one of my vehicles is already here. You can, if you actually crouch, you can actually go into this little rock tent. You really feel like it. But here's that view I was talking about, just as the valley itself. Quite nice. Now maybe one thing I could have done is I could have made like a footpath down into the valley, other than all these like vehicle paths. Might look nice if I had done it well. I'm actually gonna grab the Jeep over here. Might as well despawn the coyote. Here we go. Whoa, whoa, getting a little swervy there. Now, there is one more thing I do want to show real quick, and then it'll probably be the end of the episode. Because in all honesty, there's not really anything majorly special about this map. And what details and stuff there are is stuff I'd rather you guys see on your own by just downloading the map and playing it for yourself. Because that, I think, is the best way to explore. Now I'm stuck here because I didn't have enough momentum, and I'm rolling back down. Let's go at that again. See if I can get up at this time. There we go. Problem with this Jeep is it's really back heavy. Whoa. I am going to end out this episode here, so if you did enjoy this episode, please leave a like. If you have suggestions for future episodes, please leave them in the comments down below. Enjoy the channel, enjoy what I'm doing, please subscribe, it helps a lot, and right now shares help the channel the most. So if you do want to help out the channel, please share this episode with a friend. Thanks for stopping by, thanks for sticking around, and until next time, peace.